Hello, my name is John Rose, and in this video I'd like to take a closer look at who is mostly going to be made up of the second wave of heroes. Now, some of y'all may not know that I've mentioned that there are three main waves of heroes on the hero's journey. My whole channel is about the hero's journey. Definition of a hero: someone can solve a problem no one else can solve. Most of our problems are self-inflicted. We are the heroes. So the first wave of heroes are the ones that can get us to the tipping point. We will be the trim tabs in the first wave. We'll be the rudder on the rudder. But the rudder itself will be the second wave. And the second wave of heroes, I believe, is going to be from the generation above me, referred to as geezers or veterans or traditionalists. But this group of people really believe they paid their dues, and very few are usually willing to make these kind of changes. They really put a lot of trust and faith in the medical system, unfortunately. But I'm convinced that if we can get enough of the baby boomers to do this, that because we're old enough that we can see a huge difference when we flush out that serpent and bump up our biophotons, that will get everyone's attention if we can reach the tipping point. But the problem with the baby boomers being able to do that is not enough of the people in my generation are out there on YouTube getting this out there. Whereas you other generations, Generation Z, you guys are 10 times more active on the internet than we are. So you guys can play a super big role as the trim tabs in society to help get the baby boomers to get everyone else's attention. Unfortunately, if you're really young and you flush out your cesspool and bump up your biophotons, it's obvious that you're better and different than everyone else, but it's not going to get people's attention as it is when a baby boomer starts looking better than their children. And that's why it would be exciting if we can get the generation above me to do this, because then they would really get everyone's attention. We'd have great-grandpa looking better than his great-grandson. I'm telling you, we don't age the way we're supposed to. But there aren't any avenues to get this message out to help everyone realize that. The interactive cable could be that avenue. So either we get more baby boomers to get out there, and I'm trying to encourage you guys my age to do so. Take a solid food vacation. Journal everything you do. Document it, even if you don't plan on putting it up there. Even if you struggle, we need to know why certain people struggle, and they will, because there's two groups of needs. The solid food vacation in itself only addresses the first group of needs. It addresses one of our needs, specifically our food. It corrects the 5 main mistakes we're making on a temporary basis so we can see what we're missing. But we can still struggle on that program because there's that other group of needs. We're damaged. The environment's damaged. We might not be able to make everything we need, so we always change as fast as we can, and we want to journal this and document it to help wake us up. So if we can reach the tipping point, I guarantee you, the geezers are going to jump on board like you won't believe. They're going to be the first ones to do it, because then we've got the momentum and the initiative to want to do it. That's the key. That's the thing, how the tipping point works, our critical mass, or the 100th monkey, if you're not familiar with this concept. It takes forever to get to that little small percentage, which they say now is 10%. But once it takes 1 billion years to get to 10%, in 5 seconds you're at 100%. That's kind of like an exaggerated version, but that's the point of it. Once we reach the tipping point, the geezers will jump on board. That's why I say if we don't reach the tipping point, things will never change. And once the geezers get on board, then we'll have a majority of the people doing this. And then we'll finally realize that there should only be one law. Got to have a minimal biophoton level. Can't destroy a nutrient that destroys one of your senses, because that's the reason why we have so many problems. We've got the wrong mentality. We have a dark side to our behavior. It's not part of our nature. Don't believe people when they say that. We're not born this way. We're not born of sin. Those are lies. We don't have a propensity for evil. That means a natural tendency. Evil is the opposite of live, but ill behaviors are the same part of the warning signs as illnesses. We're not satisfying our needs, and those are part of our feedback system. The dark side of our behavior was an effect before it's become a huge cause. It's one of the worst negative subsequent causes we have that causes a lot of problems, but it's not a primary cause. We did something that created this dark side to us. And we need to correct that. That's why the hero's journey is so important. So I don't expect too many people in the second stage of heroes to be watching this video. Those are going to be the people above me. But mark my word, let's reach the tipping point and prove what I'm saying is true. Let's watch these geezers jump on board so we can watch people that were crippled with canes out there skipping and playing, and it happens. It happens. It happens. You got to believe me. You got to get these old farts off their solid food and put them on a solid food vacation. You got to tell them, Grandpa, when you do it, you're in for a treat.